Hello everybody, my name is CulBlu, and I am bringing you guys random pubcast number 111. That's right, there's 110 other one of these, but this one is the coolest because it's the first one 3 times over. It's not really the first one, but it's like 111, so it's like number 1 times 3. So, yeah, I was bringing you guys a random pubcast. I'm gonna go ahead and cast this one, and then probably go to bed because it's getting kinda late here. So let's go ahead and jump into the game. I'm going to go and start with the introductions because we do have Fogged playing the game. So F-Dog is Fogged, the one and only Fogged, playing that Batrider. Moving to the Wraith King, we have Limp playing that Wraith King on the Radiant Squad. And Witch Doctor's being controlled by the one and only Korvalski. Hashtag Ramin? Man, I'm going to feel so bad for not knowing these players' names. We have Wade Wilson, the one and only Wade Wilson, playing that Bounty though. And of course Meepo in this game, obviously we can't have Dota unless we have a Meepo. We got Meepo being controlled by the one and only Ched Dodo. Moving to the Dire Squad, we have Templar Assassin being controlled by Alacrity, so basically Invoker. And Fear Hootie is playing that one and only Shadow Shaman. And the Anti-Mage being played by not Pie, or not Pie. Sure, Pepidai, whatever. So we got that person playing that Anti-Mage, and we got Tua playing that Earthshaker. And last but not least, on this Nature's Prophet, we have the one and only D, right? The single D, not the capital one, but the lowercase one, the one that deserves respect. The lowercase D playing that Nature's Prophet. So pretty much ends all the callouts, and I see Witch Doctor taking quite a bit of damage, but I don't know where the heck he is. He's actually hanging out over here, down bottom. So I was actually watching him, but yeah, Witch Doctor's taking quite a bit of damage. I saw his Bounty Hunter, who's actually hanging on mid. So he took a few right clicks from the Templar Assassin. And one of the cool things about Templar Assassin is that she can actually hit people who are invisible. She has gotten a few easy kills off of that a few times. So Bounty Hunter needs to be very careful because them side blades are deadly. Not only are they pure damage, but they also can hit invisible units. Very scary stuff indeed. So moving to the lane matchups, we have Fogged playing in that Batrider versus a relatively safely / aggressive tri-lane. We have the Earthshaker plus a Shadow Shaman. I think basically if Batrider gets hit with one single stun, he's dead. And speaking of being dead, he's actually dead right now. Anti-Mage is actually going to blink forward. They're going to give themselves a nice little first blood. Fogged will be going down. A very straightforward first blood for the guys on the Dire Squad. Yeah, Fear had a really good time. Easy time for him to just go and just get the shackles. And just one shackle is all he really needs. So moving on to the mid lane, Meepo already has that clone out. He's going to go ahead and start microing. Going to go toe to toe with the Earthshaker. Yep. He's going to get the rune too. So he gets himself the rune, and he's going to poof himself a nice Meepo to himself. And actually, Earthshaker taking quite a bit of damage. The nice damage coming from the Geostrike. The damage will be there. It does get the damage over time. So Ched Dota having a little bit of fun time with that one. Earthshaker couldn't really do much with that one. Speaking of doing much, we got Anti-Mage coming forward, being really aggressive on this Batrider, just trying to burn a little bit of mana, maybe back away. Needs to be very careful though, because those sticky napalm stacks are getting a little high for him. Moving on down to the bottom lane, we got Earthshaker. He did TP in, looking for a nice gank. Has the fissure range here in a second or two. They might be able to pick off an easy kill on top of the Wraith King, but they need to also be worried about the heal coming up from the Witch Doctor, which actually they're pinging Witch Doctor. So Earthshaker going to go ahead and come forward. Witch Doctor immediately dropping the heal. Earthshaker dropping the fissure. Fissure does miss the Witch Doctor altogether, and now Nature's Prophet going to get immediately turned on. The stun does fall through. Looks like Prophet, they will be able to get the kill on top of this Witch Doctor. He actually eats a tree while he continues to run. The trees are going to be doing a little bit of damage. Nature's Prophet going for the short TP, and he's going to go for the high speed chase. Nice stun from Witch Doctor, or nice stun from Wraith King. Witch Doctor is still alive somehow. Now Nature's Prophet does die. Fissure does fall. Witch Doctor goes down, but unfortunately Prophet was the one to die, and now they're going to go toe to toe with the Wraith King, the one and only king who has that heal, trying to keep himself as healed as possible. He's like lit as crap right now. Earthshaker, speaking of being lit, he's going to be going down, and Earthshaker, he does die. Wraith King does keep himself alive. Healing Salve does come out just to heal him up a little bit more. He did use a mango for that one, so that's a little unfortunate, but all that aside, Earthshaker and crew trying to go for the kills, actually lose both people. And speaking of losing both people, Shadow Shaman going to be the one to die up top. Bounty Hunter helping out with the kill. Batrider slowly but surely taking that kill, and now not he's going to go for a kill on top of something. He might be able to find the Batrider. Batrider has no Firefly right now, so nice little stun coming out from Earthshaker. Sticky napalm's coming through. Bounty Hunter's going to try to go for the turn kill on top of the Batrider, but unfortunately, Anti-Mage blinks forward, and now Anti-Mage pops himself a magic one. A lot of stick charges on that one. He's going to go ahead and come forward, just kind of be as aggressive as possible. Batrider's completely out of mana, not really wants this kill. They got a TP rotation, or they got a rotation coming from Templar Assassin. They're going to get the right click off and Bounty. Oh, the Fairy Fire, but it's not going to be enough. Too much right click damage, and Piperu does get that kill on that Anti-Mage. So it looks like Batrider not going to be having the best of times. 2 deaths to his name. Still working on those Tranquil boots. Does have him fully finished up at the very least. And then we'll likely see Force Staff come out next. And maybe Blink Dagger first, depending on how the game goes. But surprisingly, not that many stacks getting thrown out for him. I mean, Meepo's been farming in the jungle. Has one little small stack over here. But no truly huge stacks coming out from the supports. Which means that Batrider is not going to be able to get that flash for him to get his levels back up or try to catch up in the game. Speaking of catching up in the game, we got a nice little observer coming out for the raiding squad, scouting out the smoke gank, and it got immediately pinged by the Batrider, so really nice play on that one. Being able to have that whole entire vision. This means that Meepo needs to play extremely safe, does not want to be getting caught off. Does not want to be getting caught off guard in this whole entire fight. Speaking of being cut off though, they're going to rotate back towards Fog, and Fog might be in a little bit of trouble. The fissure comes through, but unfortunately Batrider is on the wrong side of the fissure, so he does not die. But speaking of dying though, Bounty Hunter is going to be able to get the kill on top of that Prophet. And this is the kind of game that they want to play. This is exactly what they want to play. Meanwhile, oh man, beautiful play coming from Templar Assassin. She did see the Bounty Hunter go invisible, so nicely timed on that one. So Wade Wilson not going to be able to pick up that double damage rune. Instead, it does go to the bottle Prophet of Alacrity on that Templar Assassin. Alright, so take a look at the last hits. We see Templar Assassin doing a pretty good job of winning that middle lane. 32 last hits versus the Meepo's 30 last hits. Of course, Meepo's no slouch. He's been farming in the jungle, but keep in mind that some of his gold is coming out from jungle creeps, and also he hasn't died, so they both have kills. No, Meepo has a kill. Templar Assassin has 1 assist, close enough. Meepo has power or boosted travel fully finished up, so that means he can continuously TP in and TP out. So he'll cycle through his clones. Probably get a boosted travel level 2 here very soon, so he can actually make himself a little bit stronger. Now poofs one and poofs the other, and there they go. So it's gonna be a nice little stack for Templar Assassin to go ahead and kill up. Only a double stack for her overall, but still gold is gold. She's gonna be feeling pretty nice about that one. Power treads should be fully finished up from this one, and she should have the power treads. I think Templar Assassins typically go for phase boots. Typically, occasionally I guess. Occasionally go for the phase boost so she can be more aggressive and so she can have a little bit more damage. You know, speaking of having more damage, Wade Wilson actually around the back corner scouts out the Templar Assassin. She's gonna go and soak all the levels that he can, and tries to steal last hit, but unfortunately didn't really get it there in time. Templar Assassin might have blown him up if he did that though, so he does need to be a little bit careful. Speaking of being careful, we got the courier coming around the corner. It might be going down. Looks like it might have scouted out the Bounty Hunter, but the stack does get warded up, so no more ancients for you, Templar Assassin. So moving back into the last hit game, Anti-Mage has 34 last hits, and I think he has 2 kills to his name, if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, 2 kills to his name and 34 last hits. Meanwhile, Wraith King, I think he has 2 kills as well. He's been involved in 3 kills, has 1 kill total. But they're pretty much sitting on basically equal farm. Anti-Mage with the extra kill is going to help him out, but not too terribly much. I think Wraith King's net worth should be higher. Yeah, no, actually, Anti-Mage's net worth is a little bit higher. Wraith King has been farming out creeps in the jungle, so try to make sure you can stay as efficient as possible. Speaking of being efficient, Fog's going to go ahead and give himself some creeps in the jungle. Just burning up some creeps, doing some extra damage, trying to get what farm he can. Still working towards the looks to be that Blink Dagger first. And Templar Assassin's like, yo dog, you gonna go ahead and block my ancient stack? I'm gonna just take your ancient stack. So Alacrity hanging around the corner, just being a very bold person, farming around. Batrider should be able to see this out. I don't know if they scouted this out at all. Looks like they're pinging it. They pinged something. Looks like they don't get it. Instead, Batrider going to continue to get his farm. Firefly coming up here in 4 seconds time. Flaming Lasso coming up here soon too. Meanwhile, Nature's Prophet, he's in a jungle farming. Pretty much everybody's farming the whole entire game. Prophet working towards looks to be a Hand of Midas gaming. So once he does have the Hand of Midas, he will be able to get himself his bigger items, such as I don't know if Prophets go for Orchids after Hand of Midas, but Hand of Midas into things like a Shadow Blade is sometimes what you can do. That basically means that you can go for the split push. You're not really trying to engage in the fights. You're trying to get as much farm as possible, or maybe he's trying to get himself a faster Ags or an Ags in general. It's a little bit too early to tell, essentially. Speaking of things that are too early to tell, let's go and take a look at the items to see who has what, so we can see if we can figure out or predict the future. We see Shadow Shaman. He's not really sitting on much as far as items go, but he is a support, so we do expect to see him buying a whole bunch of wards. But hopefully we see a Blink Dagger come up on Fear here very soon. Moving on to the Anti-Mage, his item choices are not really too terribly clear. I mean, he's getting a Battle Fury, that's really about it. So farming for 40 minutes and then showing up later, sure. So Prophet as much as he can. Speaking of Prophet, has himself Phase Boots fully finished up, Dust of Appearance as well, and a Glove of Haste. So we'll see if Prophet's going to be able to get a kill or two on top of this Bounty Hunter. But Bounty does need to be careful though, because that means Prophet can basically TP in there and get a kill. Speaking of TPing in and getting a kill, I heard Prophet's ult to go off. I think he's just trying to push the creeps, get a little more gold. Question mark, right click Prophet. And speaking of right click Prophet, D actually might be in a little bit of trouble. I don't know if he saw the invis. Yeah, he saw the invis. So Bounty Hunter got scouted out, and Bounty going to try to stalk this Nature's Prophet as much as possible. Maybe still a last hit or two. And he will be able to kill himself a tomato. So he is level 5, almost level 6, and we're roughly about, almost 10 minutes into the game. So he has some pretty good pacing for a roaming Bounty Hunter who's been involved in 2 kills. Speaking of being involved in 2 kills, Batrider gets the lasso off. Nice Witch Doctor also coming through, just doing so much damage. Earthshaker not going to be able to stop it. It looks like Anti-Mage TP's down bottom. This is a really bad TP, surrounded by a ton of people. Going to be able to blink around the corner. Unfortunately, Wraith King get hit with that casket. Sorry, wrong person. Unfortunately, Wraith King getting caught off in a very awkward situation. I think he was trying to turn around. I thought he was getting hit with a casket, but unfortunately, it looks like he's just trying to turn around and get the stun off. So much cast delay on top of that.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, top lane, 2 TP supports coming in. We got Shadow Shaman, he might be in trouble. Going to get slowed up. Nice Hex on top of the Bounty. But they're going to turn their attention immediately to the Nature's Prophet. Bounty turns invisible. Not going to be able to follow up with anything just yet. No points in track. Not level 6, so Wade Wilson not going to be able to do much. But Batrider, he is sitting pretty right now. Almost has a Blink Dagger. Don't want to screw this up. If he can just get all this farm, it'll be great. He will have a good time. Blink Dagger will be fully finished up, and he can start impacting these team fights a crap ton more. And all this considered, I never considered a Meepo versus Templar Assassin. Templar Assassin is going to get her whole entire refraction eaten off, and actually she's going to take quite a bit of damage. Meepo will take so much damage, almost actually losing the last Meepo. So he almost lost his life. Bounty Hunter does show up mid though. On down bottom we got some tower push going on, and some more people taking some damage around the corner. So up top, Prophet TP's up top, gonna go ahead and send himself some creeps and TP out. He will be able to make us on the line. Witch Doctor casket not gonna come in time. So Prophet just wants to go ahead and force creep away as far back as possible. Makes sense. Don't necessarily want to go ahead and challenge everything. Don't want to waste your life. Speaking of wasting life though, Shadow Shaman almost level 6. He will have his ulti up by the time this tower comes through. Once that last creep dies, come on, up, CulBlu's wrong. Shadow Shaman is super close to it though. TP does come top though. Anti-Mage is just going to be the one TP in all by himself. Casket plus a stun following up. Meepo TPing in. He wants to help out with a kill. Looks like he's going to be able to get in there. Nat misses completely. Earthshaker, nice fidget. Wraith King, he can die if he wants to. Going to go pop himself a magic wand. Don't want to have a wasted death. The tower does get denied by the Anti-Mage, unfortunately. So Witch Doctor not able to get that last right click off. Now speaking of getting right clicks off, we got the right clicks coming out galore for the Dire Squad. Mid tower, Prophet and crew going to be pushing. So D is giving that tower the D. Oh wow, sorry, that came out awkwardly. Anyway, but Fear's around the corner, almost level 6, looking for a shackle or something. Meepo's coming in. He drops the damage. So much damage coming towards him though. Templar Assassin is going to be able to turn that kill. Speaking of turn that kill, nice sheep on top of this Batrider. Not going to be able to get the Templar Assassin into a very bad spot. Meanwhile, we got Wraith King ulti getting popped. Damage coming out from on top of Bounty Hunter. Bounty Hunter has a track on top of Templar Assassin, so she's visible. She blows up the Bounty Hunter before losing her own life. Meanwhile, blink forward, coming up from the Batrider. Not going to be able to find anything but a fidget to the face, and he backs away. It's going to get him play safe and back away. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage is going to go up top, continuously push, being that split push Anti-Mage. And an Anti-Mage Prophet, basically all you really need to help yourself split push more. So the Radiant are going to be in a hell of a position trying to defend these towers. Definitely a hell of a position. I mean, if they can get a pick off or two on top of Nature's Prophet, that'll be great. But given the fact that Nature's Prophet went for the Hand of Midas, I'm expecting to see Shadow Blade come up next, so he can just continuously split push. And I'm expecting him to just invest in the Aghanim Scepter a little bit later on. So pushing Prophet, best Prophet. That's kind of the mentality I always take. Speaking of things that are the best, Shadow Shaman has some Observer Wards, and Surfer Wards are available too. So he's ready to go ahead and push himself another tower. If they can actually catch the tower, it will be great. Earthshaker actually gets the kill on top of the tower. He might be in a little bit of trouble though. Oh, beautiful ulti catches too. He drops a fissure as well, the follow fissure, and here comes Prophet TPing in. So much damage coming to Earthshaker. He will be going down. But that Batrider will lose his life as well. Now Wade Wilson around the corner. Nobody has any vision. If they had a dust appearance, oh no, he's dusted up. They see him. Batrider is going to be able to deny himself to the neutrals. So he will be able to get out of there. Nice ancient stack. Beautiful ancient stack. Speaking of being nice and beautiful, we got Witch Doctor around the corner. Might be forced to drop his ulti. And just basically half of his HP immediately gone. Desolator fully finished up for Templar Assassin. Opting to go for straight up damage output as opposed to going for the mobility. I definitely do think it's a worthwhile investment for it overall. And not too terribly far into the game. We're about 13 minutes in. Have roughly about 15 kills. Sorry, 16 kills. So gold graph heading way in favor of the Dire. This is a good time to go ahead and check that graph. As far as towers go, I think both sides had their share of towers. Just one tower going the way of the Radiant, but 3 towers going the way of the Dire. So both sides have broken tower ground, which is great. But all things considered, the Radiant are just just having a hell of a time trying to defend their towers. I mean, when it comes down to it, you got an Anti-Mage, a Shadow Shaman, and a Nature's Prophet. People who can push relatively well, either by themselves or as a team. And when these guys decide to start doing the Death Ball meta thing, Templar Assassin is going to have a great time. She's going to be in the middle of it, just popping the Witch Doctor left and right. Meepo, he's trying to do what he can to make it as OP of a fight as possible. Even working on the Aghanim Scepter for more stats overall. But even still, I don't know if it's going to be enough. Like, it's great and all that he has his Meepos, and it's great and all that his controls seem to be there, but I'm just a little bit afraid of him just getting blown up anyway by Templar Assassin. So moving on to the Witch Doctor, gets scouted out by the Observer Ward, and they will be trying to rotate around to find him. It looks like Rumline, you're going to be dying here. Tries to drop a Cassie, but sadly the Cassie doesn't come through. He actually attempted to cast the ulti by the looks of it. The animation was not there though. Meanwhile, Fogged has a Blink Dagger, no Force Staff just yet. Doesn't really want to blink in there unless they can catch the Templar Assassin. And they can actually get her here soon if they do rotate towards their ancient stack. But there's a lot of support, a lot of TP support around here around the corner. Earthshaker, his Blink Dagger's not up just yet. Did get a Soul Ring instead. Shadow Shaman has no Blink Dagger. I seriously doubt he'll get one here anytime soon. Meepo has an Aghanim Scepter, so one extra Meepo going the way of Chad Dota. So we'll see how well this works out for him.
Missing middle.
And Meepo Prime didn't walk out instead. Meepo's going to go walk towards the jungle, farm some more creeps. And poof, poof, poof. There goes all the Meepos. He's going to go ahead and push himself a lane. So Bounty Hunter pick up the Bounty Room, scouts out the Templar Assassin, and she actually wants to go for Roche right now, but sadly she can't really go for Roche. Batrider's going to come around the corner. Nice lasso on top of the Templar Assassin, put it onto the high ground as much as he can. Doesn't want to be stuck up here though, taking so much damage, actually dies to the Templar Assassin by herself. It looks like Bounty Hunter going to be, or sorry, Earthshaker going to be forced to TP out. And Bounty Hunter tracks up the Templar Assassin, she gets scouted out, and she blinks to the low ground, has a Blink Dagger delivered to her in time. And they're going to be forced to back away. She's trapped up too. Or tracked up. And Nature's Prophet is working towards the Aghanim Scepter, so not going for a Shadow Blade like I was trying to call earlier. Instead, going straight for the Ags. Having the extra creeps come up because of the Ags ulti is always nice. If I'm not mistaken, that happens for Nature's Prophet. When creeps die with the Ags, it spawns little treants, right? Oh no, never mind. I think that's only when that hits, when that kills a hero. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. I need to go back and read that ability. Speaking of reading that ability, Prophet down bottom. He actually gets netted up by the Meepo. Beautiful TP coming in from him, and they do get the poof damage. This will be a dead Prophet. Actually, a huge, gigantic deal, considering the fact that he almost had his Aghanim Scepter. So 2 more pieces coming in here very soon. Prophet will have his Ags, but Meepo and crew going to be able to pick up a kill. So I'm going to feel very happy about that one. Meepo doing his due diligence as far as being as annoying as possible, as perky and annoying as he possibly can be. And the push is going to start coming through here. And actually it's really cool, considering the fact that this Wraith King on the side of the Radiant means that Meepo doesn't really have to go for Vladimir's offering. So I mean, yeah, sure, the extra stats and the extra armor is going to be nice. But having the extra lifesteal is going to help out help out all the Meepo clones all together. It looks like they're going to go ahead and go straight for a tower push. We got damage coming towards the middle tower for the Radiant squad. I don't know if they're going to TP, they're going to TP into this, but Witch Doctor has TP into a very bad spot. Shadow Shaman actually being able to drop the wards too, which is going to be a huge deal. Now we got Batrider blink around the corner. Nice stun coming from Wraith King in the middle on top of Templar Assassin. He's going to be in a little bit of trouble. One more stun's all Wraith King needs, but beautiful fissure block coming up from the Earthshaker. They do get a kill on top of the Shadow Shaman finally. I don't know if they'll track kill or not, but looks like they're going to get a last track on top of the Earthshaker, who cannot get out of here. He will be taking all the damage in the world. Wade Wilson just hanging on the background, looking for a Shuriken toss from the high ground. We'll be able to get the Shuriken toss. There it goes. More damage going the way of the Earthshaker. He does go down finally. Fissure unfortunately missing the bounty, but it would have been nice if it would have caught him. But overall, track kills going towards the Radiant squad. And anytime you're actually in a tie with a team with a bounty hunter, you're pretty much behind in the gold graph. And if we look at the gold graph, it's not true, but you're generally speaking behind. Considering the fact that they're actually up more towers on the side of the Dire. They're up by what, 1 tower? No, they're up by 1 tower. So that's about a 2k gold advantage essentially for them. And considering the fact that they have a randomized on Nature's Prophet means that their gold graph should be a little bit higher. So I guess it's about where you would expect it to be. And Bounty Hunter's track kills, I think he's got at least 4 track kills. I haven't been keeping track of all of them. Ha! Ha! See what they did there. I haven't been keeping track of all of them. Ha! Oh, Valve. Oh, Valve. You and your strangeness. Stop that. Speaking of strangeness, though, we got Anti-Mage with the Vladimir's offering fully finished up. And, oh man, nice blink. Anti-Mage blinks out when Wraith King blinks in. It looks like Anti-Mage will be able to blink out here in a second. And Limp drops a stun. Stun does get disjointed. And he's going to go ahead and claim himself some damage. Or, sorry, claim himself some creeps. You know, we got the Roshan getting challenged right now. Meepo actually walks into the net. They do see it. Oh, they scouted out next. Oh, man, this is going to be a huge kill. She is not going to be able to go invisible. She does get tracked up as well. Alacrity going to be going down. Plus the free Roche, essentially. They should be going for this Roche if they really want it. Earthshaker's on the side of the Dire, though, so they need to be careful. But he's on the other side of the map, nowhere near the Roche pit. This is going to be 1 dead Roshan. And the Aegis can go towards Meepo as well.
Radiant's middle tower is under attack.
Meanwhile, Wraith King gets a kill. Wraith King gets a kill on top of Nature's Prophet, who couldn't really do anything but just stand there and look at him. Handily. With his Midas. Hand of Midas. See what I did there? Yeah, I did too. It's great. I agree. Amazing. Meanwhile, we got Shaman coming forward. Or sorry, Shaman getting caught out. Batrider 4 stats forward. The stunning from Wraith King is going to be able to follow him. Now Batrider showing up with the damage. Looks like he will be able to give himself a little bit of extra damage. There we go. Fear will be going down. Drop himself a nice stun on top of the Wraith King. But Wraith King, unfortunately, not going to be going down. He will not be denied, yo. Meanwhile, Towers still going down. Anti-Mage is going to try to split push while he can. Has no mate self fully finished up. Meanwhile, killing spree happened from Meepo. Jesus. Kills happening left and right. That's going to be a 1 dead Earthshaker. And they are going to be able to get themselves a mid tower. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage down bottom. He's going to be getting pinged here. Batrider shows up around the corner. He will be able to blink in here. Looks like he misses. Oh, the net's coming out from the Meepo so hard right now. This Anti-Mage is getting hit so damn hard. 5 Meepos on the map. Aghanim Scepter, Blink Dagger, Aegis. What up, bro? What you gonna do? Plus those bitches travel as well. Just make it so damn deadly for Anti-Mage to just be anywhere. And this is why I want to see more Meepo games, man. It just makes it more amazing. Anti-Mage cannot blink when he's caught inside the net, and he basically got caught with every single one of those nets. Meanwhile, we got Templar Assassin got himself a kill on top of the Bounty Hunter. So some Cinch Wars were the undoing of the bounty. Unfortunately, fortunately for the team, Bounty Hunter has been doing his job, so he has been getting those track kills. So his death is not as huge of a hit to his team as you might think it was, but that Anti-Mage dying was a huge deal. That was his first death this whole entire game. He probably had a ton of unreliable gold, which means that he just lost quite a bit of it. Didn't have a killing streak though, so I guess it wasn't as bad as it should have been, but still, having Anti-Mage die is never a good thing. 418 gold lost overall. And he's sitting on the Vladimir's offering plus a Battle Fury. He's not ready to fight just yet, but once he gets that man style finished up and start working on the heart, you'll probably see him get a little bit more aggressive. Speaking of getting a little more aggressive, we got somebody getting caught out. Templar Assassin will be able to go invisible. And Meepo is actually doing quite a bit of damage. Poof damage not going to be coming out. Just a little bit off, but actually, the Geo Strike able to get the kill. Templar Assassin feeling very sad about that. Meanwhile, Wraith can come around the corner. This is going to be 1 dead Nature's Prophet. We try to TP in just to help us ally out. He's going to be going down along with them. Double kill for the Meepo. And that Ched Dodo just having the greatest of times right now. Showing you guys how to do it on the Meepo. Basically no tells. Meanwhile, we're starting doing some dewarding. Bounty Hunter helping him out. Mechanism fully finished up for the bounty. And I want to go and talk about the rest of the items because I haven't checked out the items in a while. And I didn't realize Bounty Hunter had a mech. So we see ourselves a Wraith King working on the Radiance. So Radiance Wraith King plus the Blade Melons means that he just wants to jump in the middle and just be as obnoxious as possible. Batrider is working towards what looks to be an Aether Lens, so he can have the extra range on his abilities. Meepo gets his kill, by the way. Just to mention that. Gets himself a casual kill on top of the Earthshaker. Caught him out, able to catch him out. And he's actually going to go down bottom and try to find the Anti-Mage, but Anti-Mage does TP out. So it's like Meepo will just be over there, TPing back up top, help his team out. And Meepo, is he working towards the Mantis Tower? Or Sanjiasha? More stats. So Sanjiasha from Meepo, that's going to be as big as out of Meanwhile, we got somebody getting caught up. Batrider getting blasted right now in the background. A lot of right-click damage coming from Templar Assassin, plus Shadow Shaman's nukes. Going to be more than enough to actually get the kill. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage coming in. Going to try to push the creep waves back. Getting tracked up. And Wraith King, oh man, Wraith King has his Radiance fully finished up now. And Meepo, he did decide to go for Mantis Style instead of going for the, Sanjiasha, which I guess makes sense because what people don't know is that you can actually poof on top of the Meepo clones if you want to. So poofing on the Meepo's clones is actually a thing. Anyway, speaking of things being actually a thing, we got a lot of damage going towards Shadow Shaman. He's going to be going down. Finally, the support dies. Meanwhile, Templar Assassin comes to the middle of the fight. Alacrity going to be going down. Wishlock ulti getting committed for this one too. Beautiful ulti coming for Earthshaker though. Going to be able to stop the ulti in his tracks. And now speaking of stopping ultis in his tracks, Limp might be going down here in a few seconds. Bounty Hunter, he's going to be the one getting caught up. Might be able to get a track up. He hits the track up top of Anti-Mage, but gets blown up immediately as soon as Anti-Mage gets comes back to. And now Meepo finds himself in Nature's Prophet. Unfortunately, no tracks for Bounty Hunter. He is dead. But they do get a kill on top of Nature's Prophet anyway. Meepo able to get that net going. And now Wraith King is stuck on the high ground for another few seconds. We'll be able to come out of here soon. And this has just been a very interesting game to watch because I guess many people aren't used to seeing Meepo get played like me. So whenever you see Meepo come in and you see him do some amazing plays, like, oh my gosh, I totally forgot Meepo could do that. I just want to go ahead and just take a quick moment just to appreciate the fact that Geostrike is a really nice ability. We saw it kill the Templar Assassin, does 32 damage for 2 seconds, and I think every single time a Meepo attacks you, it counts as a separate instance. So what that means is that, Geostrikes from multiple Meepo stack. So that means that you can basically have, what was that, 35 times 5? Was math-wise, that's 150 plus 10, so 160 damage for 2 seconds. So you can essentially have 160 damage for 2 seconds, so it's at 320? 320 damage if Meepo actually hits you. So Templar Assassin had to survive 320 damage, which she didn't have a chance, like she didn't stand a chance in that one. And even if you want to reduce it by 25% magic resistance, I mean, it's still like 250 damage. It's pretty ridiculous. Pretty dang dank. Speaking of pretty dang dank, we got Wraith King, he's going to be pretty dang crapped right now. Does go down. Getting pretty much blasted in there. Now Meepo going to be able to get out of there. Meepo does have a blink dagger, so he is going to be mobile, but the main Meepo is not the one out there TPing around. You know, Earthshaker has his blink dagger fully finished up. Shadow Shaman not even close to one. But Earthshaker with the blink dagger means that he can blink in and get some very, very, very nasty fights. Bounty Hunter, he did get scouted out, so he will, or did he? Okay, I don't think he got scouted out. I think he was pinging the rune. So maybe just a rune got pinged right now. But Wade Wilson down bottom on that Bounty Hunter will be able to farm himself up with some creeps. Not going to be having the most efficient of farm, but hey, he can still do it. Still do what he can. Moving to the Anti-Mage. Speaking of farming, he's working on Mantis Style fully finished up. Probably working on Heart of Terras next, so he can actually make sure he stays alive. I don't really think he can get an Aghanim Scepter this game, because if I'm not mistaken, Meepo's Geostrike goes through magic immunity. So that means the slow goes through magic immunity, but I don't think the damage does, because it's magical. Or is it pure? It just says pierces spell immunity. It doesn't really say what type of damage this Geostrike is, but it pierces spell immunity. So that means that he will still be getting slowed to all hell versus the Meepo. And I've seen it a few times where Meepo has, or I've experienced it once where somebody played a Meepo, and it was the most annoying thing in the world because we tried to go like we went one by one, but still it was pretty much a 5v9 at that point. And the Meepo was just there. He soloed our whole entire team. It was ridiculous. Speaking of soloing your whole entire team, Meepo does blink away. Doesn't want to get caught out. Wishlock drops the Cassie. Cassie doesn't bounce up anything important. But looks like I do get the last on top of Templar Assassin. So he's going to be going down. Getting blasted on the backside. BKB coming out on top of Templar Assassin. She actually keeps herself alive. And Anti-Mage wasn't going to get caught out. Meanwhile, Earthshaker does go down. The first one, actually the second one to die. Shadow Shaman gets a nice shackle on top of the Bounty. And Bounty will be able to get the kill. And now Wade Wilson going to drop himself another track. They do find the Nature's Prophet. Nature's Prophet going to be getting caught with a stun. Damage still coming towards the Bounty. And they do get themselves a monster kill. Almost a team wipe. Anti-Mage's the last one to make it out of there alive, and they do ping him. They do want him. They want to find that kill. And Bounty Hunter will be able to find it here in a second. Anti-Mage is still blinking around the corner, trying to get that farm. He will be getting scouted out though. Batrider shows up. He will not be denied. Damage coming through. Anti-Mage is going to be able to blow out the Bounty Hunter. Nice dispel coming from Batrider. Anti-Mage getting rid of the track, but Meepo does TP on the backside. Helps his team get the kill. Godlike Spree going for the Meepo. If I'm not mistaken, he has died at least once. I think he's died at least once. Yeah, he's died at least once, or one time total. But Meepo having a fantastic game, and just being able to show up there and just be super annoying, super aggro, super aggressive. And now he has an E-Blade, so he can actually keep one of his illusions alive, or one of his clones alive. Just drop an E-Blade on top of one of your clones is in trouble. And boom, you can keep it alive. And here we got Meepo just gonna go and blink on top of one of his clones and make some more clones and shows up with more clones. So many Meepos. If I'm not mistaken, these ones came from an illusion rune and these ones came from a Mantis style. So he can still poof on these, so they need to be careful.
Bottom tower is under attack.
So a beautiful display of what Meepo can potentially do. Speaking of potentially do, we got Meepo coming forward. The poof damage is massive right now. D does go down. So he has an Aghanim Scepter, but that's really about it. But he couldn't really stand all that damage. Poof does what, 200 damage by itself? Oh no, before we talk about that, we got Shaman getting caught out. He gets caught with the lasso. Try kill going the way of the raiding squad. Meanwhile, Meepo's on the backside trying to find himself another kill. Unfortunately, finds nobody at all. They do get circumvented, so to speak. Templar Assassin and Earthshaker do blink in the opposite directions. But this tier 3 tower will be getting challenged here pretty darn hard. Anti-Mage really wishes he had a hard try so he could actually go in here and try to get this fight going. But unfortunately, he can't really find anything but just a little bit of fortify. Maybe beg his team to come in and help. But I really don't know if they can actually win this fight. I mean, Wraith King is the biggest deal right now, but the fact is, oh man, Earthshaker, beautiful ulti catching the Meepos and also Wickstark's off guard. Beautiful ulti coming from Anti-Mage as well, but Meepo's still pretty damn healthy. He's going to be able to keep himself alive. Nice track coming from Bounty Hunter, just trying to keep the kills going. Alacrity going to be the last one to go down. Meanwhile, Wraith King going toe-to-toe with Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage has not killed the Wraith King the first time. Looks like he will be able to get the kill on, Nature's Prophet will be able to get the kill on top of the Wraith King. He actually has himself a super tree. But Anti-Mage is going to go for the chase. Anti-Mage is going to be the last one alive. Meepo's still alive on the backside, but he's going to go 5v1. Let's do this. Has all the nets necessary. Going to be able to find one. Going to be able to find two. Finds a three. Gets a triple kill. Might be able to get an ultra kill, but looks like Templar Assassin blinks out too fast. But looks like no. Shadow Shaman. He will let him get the ultra kill. Here's the ultra kill. Will the mega or will the rampage be there? There goes a nice slow from Meepo. Trying to get a net here in a few more seconds. We'll be able to find it. And ultra kill is going to come in a second. Looks like no. The Alacrity is going to be able to blink out of there. And this will not be a ultra. This will not be a rampage. Instead, this will be. Oh no! It's a rampage. Oh my gosh, are you kidding me? What the hell is happening right now? Chet Dota just having the best games. Like, I don't know how to talk about this outside of what the hell is going on. Meepo showing you guys how to do it. Chet Dota at Chet Dota. We just give you all the praises. You deserve this game. And this is probably one of the more impressive displays I've ever seen of a Meepo. Of course, you have your no-tells, and sure, he does amazing things. But this is really cool to be here live and seeing this. Like, it's a different feeling knowing that this is happening in front of me versus, oh, that happened, and I can go back and watch the TI game. So, at Chet Dota, having a hell of a game. Has only died one time. 18 kills to his name. Got a rampage. Is basically on a godlike streak. And, the Dire don't really have much of an answer. I mean, Templar Assassin is a really good idea. Generally speaking, should be considered a perfect idea versus a Meepo. But Meepo is just able to survive it. Like, he's just so damn tanky right now. Has himself as many stats as he could ever want. Has himself a he got a double E blade. He got a double E blade just so he can save two different Meepos. I don't think it works that way, but we'll see in a second. Has an Aghanim Scepter, has a Mantis style, has more stats. It's because why not? I mean, just overall, Meepo just having a fun time right now. And the tower does go down. Oh, Ancient gonna be the next one to fall. Meepo gonna go and poof himself into the base, and he will be going down for how much gold? 837 gold was split among that many people. So it looks like it wasn't a ton of gold. But still, gold is gold. And he actually has enough gold to buy back. He's gonna come back in the fight. Drops himself a nice little net. Catches the Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is gonna be a little bit of trouble. Anti-Mage blinks around the corner. We're starting to ulti getting canceled almost immediately. It looks like they do get more nets. The net does finally land, but it doesn't really matter. Ancient explodes, and boom goes the dynamite. That's gonna be it for the game, guys. I don't really know what to say outside of that Meepo though. Like, are you kidding me? That was really awesome to watch. I'm a fan of just watching that Meepo play. Like let me just throw it out there. That Meepo did a really good job. So shout out to you, Meepo. You're awesome. Alright, so that's gonna be it for this game, guys. My name is CulBlu. I just watched you guys this game. This is random podcast number 111, and I think this sums up pretty well. This game is number 1 times 3, so it's 111. If you guys want to check out more of my stuff, feel free to go check me out on YouTube, which is youtube.com/CulBluDota. That's CulBluDota. You can also check me out on my Twitch, which is twitch.tv/CulBlu. That's CulBlu. And that's really about it. So hope you guys enjoyed it. And as always, I will see you guys whenever.